not forgetting the royal fathers and all the chairmen and also dignitaries of the FCTA, FCT here present. While appreciating particularly the honor of Abati and the Chairman Traditional Rulers Council for ensuring that sensitization exercises get across. But then, it takes us actually to the issue. It is easy hearing these data today to say FCT is ready. Haven't told us that we have 7 isolation centers with a total of over 995 bed spaces, with another 37 bed spaces ready for use in the Federal Capital Territory. As much as we also pray along that we don't even occupy them at all. But then, how ready are we? These are fundamental questions we should ask ourselves every day. If indeed we do love our loved ones and our family, how ready are we? And what will make us ready? Adhering strictly to the rules and regulations as advised by the NCDC. Are we ready with sanitization machines by the doors of our churches? Are we ready by entrances of the mosques? Are we ready with sanitizers? This we cannot leave to the government alone to do. My royal fathers, honorable ministers. It is also for community contribution. Just like we have donations of palliatives, we are also calling on able citizens. I use the word able citizens. It is not compulsory, but you can take responsibility. It is not too much to observe the social corporate responsibility by donating to the churches and the mosques, or by collectively contributing to the purchase of some of these machines and keeping at the entrances of these mosques, while we ensure that they adhere strictly to the use of the mask and hand wash, also by social distancing. We saw the mosque open, for crying out loud. And last Friday, I watched it over the AIT. It was like a nightmare what I was seeing or what all of us saw. That means every preaching about COVID-19 was just thrown away. But then, Your Excellencies, we are also speaking today because the stigmatization in the society has refused also people to own up when they feel symptoms of COVID-19. But that responsibility is also yours and mine to speak. COVID-19 is no crime. It is not self-inflicted. Neither is it a death sentence. Just like every other communicable disease. And unlike so many other communicable diseases, you didn't buy it from the market. You didn't go on any promiscuity or whatever it is and got yourself inflicted. And when you own up, it does have a cure. And even if you don't feel the symptom, you are likely to infect your loved ones and friends. Then owning up should not be a problem for us at all. We had also particularly a question came again that also speaks about the mindset and the doubt in our minds. Why don't we see patients like other developed clients, littered in the isolation centers? That question and answer is yours and mine. In the developed clients, people own up, they take responsibility, they go for tests. On feeling of the symptoms, they go themselves. These symptoms are announced every day on the screen. They come up for testing besides the regular random testing. But in our communities, when you test them, when you even go for testing, they run away. They deny. They don't want to come. Even when they feel the symptoms, they prefer to lock themselves and use the traditional medicines, even when it's not curing, until it is out of hand. When they are diagnosed again, they refuse to go to isolation centers. Both the educated and non-educated, I'm sorry. In fact, it's more problematic with most of us who claim to be educated. We don't even want to go to isolation centers, and when we are positive again, we don't want to go to treatment centers. How then will you find people in isolation and treatment centers? We'll find them in our homes and they continue to spread. So the stigmatization now should not be on that person who has recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic. A survivor of the COVID-19 pandemic, as we have just heard, will not even contact it again and cannot infect you. The fear is of that your friend, your family, the people we socialize with when we throw caution to the wind and go on our marketing, on our businesses, and our clubs. These are the people in our social gatherings. That friend knocking on your door to visit you is that suspect. Is that person to be stigmatized? You should be suspecting me. We should be suspecting each other, but not the survivor of COVID-19 pandemic. If we save them from stigmatization, you will have many people that will come up for testing because they will no longer be afraid. Let the music be that COVID-19 is not a death sentence, and when you are cured from it, you are likely immune from it. So you are freer than the person who is uninfected. And I say today with great pleasure as I stand before you, that I address the stakeholders in this meeting of COVID-19 pandemic in the Federal Capital Territory. I am delighted because just last week, the FCT administration, through a primary health care board, organized a sensitization workshop to key stakeholders for the establishment of community village primary health care management system for our traditional rulers and area council chairmen in the Federal Capital Territory. The importance of sensitization program was anchored on our firm conviction that government approach should not be top to bottom alone. It should also be bottom to top approach in order to get the buy-in of all stakeholders for whom government programs and policies are meant. It is by so doing that the community ownership can evolve, which will ultimately lead to the better result we all yearn for. The Honorable Minister, ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to commend the support and contribution of our revered traditional rulers in that forum. They have demonstrated in no small measure, the commitment to move the health sector to the next level. They have also demonstrated that together we can win the war against COVID-19 and other related health challenges in the Federal Capital Territory. And with that, I was re-energized. However, it's sad to know that the administration did not receive such support from the area council chairman. The feedback I got from the stakeholders meeting as regards the participation of the area council chairman was not encouraging. At the same time, I would like also after this meeting, the DAF to also write to explain if she did communicated this most important meeting to the area council chairman, and the area council in turn, why we just have to come late. It is instructive to use this occasion to stress that fundamental challenges have occurred in healthcare service delivery globally, which has enhanced the critical role of primary healthcare under supervision of the area council administration. And it remains the leading strategy and means to achieving effective and efficient healthcare delivery system, which is fundamental. The fundamental human right as it stands today, and most significantly, is your own health and well-being. It requires the primary healthcare approach. It is the first point of contact with the national health system. And as such, it is key to socio-economic development and progress. Notwithstanding, you risked the lives of your families and yours to ensure that we are well. Please, you have our sincere regards and continue to remain so. No money can pay for that. Thank you all very much, Your Excellencies, for listening.